We're live. Here we are. Hi, all. Give people a chance to get on here. While we're waiting for people to get on, I'm going to give a quick shout to the people on YouTube watching because you know what? I was talking to Karen today and she couldn't be on Facebook the last couple of weeks, but she watched the replay on YouTube. And she said, it's easy to find you on YouTube and to watch. And I always forget to say hi to people on YouTube who are watching me later. So, and I know there's a couple. So, hi to you guys. I'm so glad you could join me on YouTube or here or anywhere at all. I do appreciate your watching. It gives me a reason to do this, right? If you're not watching, eh, what's the point? So, we talked about YouTube and hi Carol, hi Susie. Those of you who don't know, if you can't find me on Facebook, I am on YouTube. I have my own channel. It's just Annette Pearson. Hi Connie. And so you can just go out to Annette Pearson and find me, and they're all the videos are in order by date. So yeah, it's helpful if you don't get to watch live. But to those of you who are live, I appreciate you too. Thanks for watching. We did I did a card class at the library in Robisonia today, and it was a pretty good class. These are the cards we made. Just a quick show. These are from actually Creative 8. Susie, you may know this one. Um, it's a buckle card, a belt buckle card. And let me get it down here. Yeah, there it is. That's better. There. Open it like that. But isn't that cute? The way it hooks in there to the belt buckle. So this one, I embossed the falling leaves and used in colors wild wheat and copper clay for the background. And then I used Gorgeously Made to put that background stamp and the leafy thing there. And then I did another one similar, used the daisies. Um, Same thing, opens and closes like this. I can picture this. I was telling the girls today, I can picture this being done for Christmas. Isn't that cute? Um, for Christmas with the red and green and maybe a Santa Claus there and make it look like Santa Claus's buckle. I thought that would be cute. So, yeah, that was what we did at the library today. And tonight, what we're going to do, we're going to use, I bought this DSP. It's called Gorgeously Made. And I just thought it was so pretty. All the vibrant colors, pretty colors. And then I never used it. And I have like 4 packs of it. So I'm going to use it tonight. And I'm probably going to use it for a couple of classes coming up because I have a lot of it, like I said, because I really loved it. And I'm using this Gorgeously Made stamp set. Yes, I can do that, Connie. I can do one in the future on Facebook Live, the buckle card. Maybe when I come up with a Christmas card, I'll do it with the Christmas card. How would that be? that like I said, that came from Creative 8. The idea came from Creative 8, which is for women who are avid stampers. Brandy Cox, um, Jackie Bolthace, and there's 2 others. There's a Connie and oh my gosh, their names just totally escape me. Wait, I have them right here. Connie Stewart and Sharon Armstrong. And they are all very avid stampers, and they come together and they show all these really cool cards that a lot of fun folds and things like that. And they make all the cards that they make are the kind of cards that you can use any stamp set with. So they do it to kind of give you take this and run with it kind of thing. And I think that's kind of cool. And so that's what I'm hoping to do. So I'm going to get myself out of the picture. I think. Yep. There we go. So that we have room for this. Now, what I decided to do, I hope I didn't lose the sound. I feel like I just lost the sound. Let me know if I lost the sound, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to just keep talking. And so I'm going to use this stamp set and the dies. I've already pre-cut some stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you. I did the library class today. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to do tonight. And so I just came up and I started looking through this and I saw the paper and I said, geez, I really, really wanted to use this paper. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to use this paper. So I'm not exactly entirely sure what I'm going to do with this paper. I think I know. I think I have a pretty good idea, but you're going to play with me. And I'm going to pull. Sound is good. Thank you, Susie. Thanks, Connie. Okay, I'm going to pull names first. I didn't pull a name. So let's see. I got Susie. I got your name. Okay. So I will hold this one for you for the next time I see you. Or I'll throw it in the mail for you. Writing myself a note because I have a tendency to forget sometimes. Let's see. Today is the 27th, 9/27. Woohoo! Susie says. Oh, and I can get rid of this. I have notes hanging all over the place now. I have a note for myself to order the pretty peacock paper because I thought I was out of it. And then I went and I looked and I had a whole pack. And I was like, how can I'm not out of it. What the heck? I don't know. Losing it. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. The first card is going to be super, super simple. So I cut out, okay, these are with the dies. This is one of the dies. So I cut these out in a couple different colors. That's Berry Burst, Lost Lagoon, and Pretty Peacock. I cut a couple of them out. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I'm going to use them. I cut out a piece of Pretty Peacock, and I used that one in a set of 3 of the embossing folders. I really like this particular embossing folder. I use it a lot. So I just thought I'd cut a piece of this and do this with it. So what I want to do for the first card is super, super simple. Like, you need a card and you need it in a hurry, and you're going to throw one together real quick. So we're going to take a piece of Lost Lagoon and we're going to cut it in half. And we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So we have our base. And I'm going to score the other half too because I know I'm going to use that. All right. I'm going to take a piece of Pretty Peacock and I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. This one I'm not going to bother doing anything with this because this is going to be pretty covered up. So I'm going to take this paper, which I think is just so cool. It's a card in itself, right? I'm going to cut it down. Remember what I told you about? You can keep adding layers, make each layer a 1/4 inch smaller, and you're good to go. So we have our top layer is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. This layer is 5 1/4 by 4. So that's a 1/4 inch smaller. Now our next layer is going to be 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to come over here to 3 3/4. And I'm going to take this up to 5, which is right here. And I'm going to just cut that there. And cut it on the back. So that piece is 5 by 3 3/4, right? And all I'm going to do is put this right on there, just like this. I'm seriously making this a super simple card. Because sometimes the paper just speaks to you. It just makes a card all in itself. Now I'm going to elaborate on the next one on this same theme, but I'm starting with this. Then I am going to just go ahead and glue this right down to the front of the card. Those colors go together perfectly. It's just a pretty card. I mean, it's just pretty paper. Now, I don't even want to do that. It's so pretty, so simple by itself. What I do think I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to do something for a label that will say something, just birthday wishes kind of thing. Let me see. Something simple. Oh, right there, I got Lasting Joy. It has something that says birthday wishes. Oh, there's one that says I missed your birthday, which would be good if you missed somebody's birthday. And I just dropped a stamp, probably the one I want, down on the floor. And every time I do this, they get lost because they blend right in with. Oh, darn. Okay, well, that was, let's see, oh, that was a leaf. And yes, I do use that leaf. Okay, but I'll look for that later. So I want birthday wishes. And what I'm going to do is, I'll be right back. Okay. There it is. It's in here somewhere. Oh, okay. There it is. I pack these things up to take them places, and I don't get them packed back up. I wouldn't use this oval punch, the double oval punch. And what I'm going to do is the same thing that I have going here. I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock for the outside oval. And the Lost Lagoon for the inside oval. And I'm looking for Lost Lagoon. Oh, why can't I find it? There it is. Okay, I found it. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. I'm going to stamp the birthday wishes in Pretty Peacock. Now, here's a little tip for you guys. If you ever have this happen, I've used this a lot already, and it's losing its stickiness on the back. So what I do to cure that is when I get a stamp set that is on rubber, it's rubber stamps, and you have the labels, I take a corner out of one of those labels. I usually save some of them, but I don't see. Yeah, there's a piece that's not actually a label, but I would use a piece of that and put it on the back of this stamp to make this stamp sticky again. So don't throw away when you're putting your labels on your rubber stamps. Don't throw away the paper. Keep some of it for stickies for your other stamps when they get unsticky. Okay, so I got a little sidetrack there. Connie, it's so pretty. And you know what? You don't need the stamp and die set, really. I mean, I have used this gorgeously made, I have used both the stamps and the dies, but not necessarily with this paper. This paper is just so fabulous all by itself. You really don't need that with it. I'm going to stick this on with dimensionals right there, right smack dab in the middle. And let's see. I would like to put something else on here. I'm not quite sure what. Nah, too much. Maybe just butterflies because it is so. I'm looking through my stash here of sequins and stuff. Oh, but these are nice. There's some pretty peacock sequins or some white sequins. That would work just fabulously. Absolutely. You could use the pretty peacock, you could use the pink, or you could use the white. There it is. That was an easy one, wasn't it? The inside. Oh, let's see. I am going to use this gorgeously made. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to stamp something in Pretty Peacock. Like so. And I'm just, okay, here's a good one. Hope your day is fantabulistic or something like that. Fabulous and fantastic all in one. So that was super, super simple. So you need a card in a hurry. There's your card. What I what the kind of cards that I usually need in a hurry are get well cards and sympathy cards. And I'm going to tell you that this is pretty enough, and yet it's not crazy flashy or cheerful. I don't know how to say it, but it would be good for a sympathy card too, and it would be a perfect get well card with the right sentiments on it. So there's one. So I'm going to jazz that one up just a little bit. And for this one, I'm starting again with the lagoon, the Blue Lagoon, Lost Lagoon. I keep calling it Blue Lagoon, and it is Lost Lagoon, but you know what I'm talking about when I say Blue Lagoon, right? So I'm going to take another piece. Okay, I already told you I already cut this, and I already embossed it. I'm not sure which side I want to use, the upraised side or the negative side. I think the negative side, I kind of like that. And I'm going to take another piece of this again. I'm going to cut it at a quarter. No, actually, I'm going to go a little bit less than that this time. I'm going to go with 3.5. 3.5 by 5. Now, why am I doing that? Well, wait till you see. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to split this in 3 pieces. So this is 3.5. So each piece is going to be 1 and a little less than a quarter. And I'm not being precise. I'm really not too concerned about being too precise. In fact, I'm going to cut that side and this side the exact same. And then whatever's left in the middle is perfect. So here's our picture. And this is another one that's going to be super simple and yet so pretty. That's the word I was looking for. Subtle. Yes. So you're embossed here. You're going to take these 3 pieces and you're going to put them, each piece looks like a frame. Match up where you cut. Leave space in between, like so. Okay? I just like the looks of that. I think, and this paper is perfect for something like that. So again, I'm going to start with the centerpiece. I cut the centerpiece last out of what was left after I cut the other 2 ends. And now I'm going to start with the centerpiece and I'm going to eyeball it. I'm going to try and get it as close to the center as I can. And then I'm going to take each side and place it. And there we go. Now we're going to glue that onto the back of this. Onto this. That's what I love about this paper. It's just so pretty and so simple to just throw things together and make it look great. Okay, I told you I cut a couple of these. Yeah, that looks good. There's that. So that's in the Blue Lagoon. There's Pretty Peacock. And there's, no, I think the Lagoon is the best. And I'm just going to put a couple dabs of glue here and there. Oh, Carol, you know what? I was going to fill your bottle for you when I was at your place, and I totally forgot. You're going to have to bring it with you to a class sometime, because I know you said you were having a hard time doing that. And I just think that these glue bottles like this work wonders when it comes, especially when you get these little thin pieces like this. Okay, there's that. And I would like to find a nice little so in the So Sincere set, there's a hope you're feeling better soon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thinking of you on the front and hope you're feeling better soon on the inside. And this time I'm going to actually use some very vanilla paper. No, actually, this is the piece that I cut off the top of this. It has that type. I'm going to use that. If I'm going to try it and see how it works, how it looks, because it may not show up quite right, but we will see. Oh, I think that shows up just fine. And I put it on crooked, but it doesn't matter because I am going to cut it crooked. There it is. And that will go on dimensionals. Oh, good, Carol. Yeah. I just totally forgot when I was at your place. I was going to fill it for you. Okay, and I'm using my flake paper, and for anybody who doesn't know, I buy this paper, and if you want to know what it is, let me know and I will send you the link. But it's basically a copy paper that's just a tiny bit thicker of a grade, and it has these flakes in it, and I just think it's really nice, and it works great for inserts and cards. So I'm using it, and I just did something that I always tell people never to do. I glued the insert in before I stamped it. I was not thinking. And I want to just put, hope you're feeling better soon. Nope, this says hope that your day is a happy one. We don't want to put that there. That's for birthdays. Hope you're feeling better soon. That's what I want to put inside. And well, hey, as long as I'm using that, I might as well use this too, right? I think though this time I'm going to stamp off first because this is really dark. That's better. Yeah, I like that better. Now, I have another idea of something that you could do with this just to jazz it up a little bit. And that would be to grab a piece of foil, gold foil, or something similar. Now I have this, and I think this would work great. And use that, the punch that has the leaves and stuff in it. I just have to find it. That's the problem with not planning ahead. You have to hunt for things, and they don't always appear. Well, I do have a sprig punch right here, and that would work just as well. I just want to jazz this up a little bit because I think it's looking kind of, I don't know. It just needs a little oomph. And that kind of does the trick. Stick that down there, and I think I'm going to use the gold sequins on this one, maybe, since I just put that. Actually, it's kind of a champagne, and that's what these sequins are too. I have like a champagne colored sequin here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I told Joey to remind people that I was going to be on Facebook tonight, but he forgot. Hi, Barb. How are you? Hey, I saw a picture of Shay on Facebook the other day. She's looking motherly. Okay, so there's that one. Now, one more, and this one I'm not going to use that paper for. This one I'm going to use, let me put these away. I'm going to use fresh freesia for the back for the base, the card base, and berry burst. And I took this piece of Berry Burst. Again, that's typical card base, fresh freesia. The Berry Burst is 4 by 5 1/4. I ran it through the embossing machine and gave it that little texture again. And now I am taking the biggest circle punch that I have, which is 2 3/8. And I'm going to punch a hole in the center, the top center of this particular piece of paper. Now you could do this with a die cut as well. It doesn't have to be with that paper. I mean with the punch. I just think it's easier. I do get that way with those punches sometimes. I just think they're just a little easier than using the dies sometimes. I know she's having a boy. Oh, congratulations, Barb. Well, now we know to make blue baby cards. One of these days I'll have to do that for one of my Facebook Lives. Use a blue baby card. Now, I have 2 different ideas. One of them is to just take a piece like this or like that and stick it in here. But I'm not going to do that because I'm loving this paper. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this paper, I think out of the stem at the bottom here. And I'm going to glue it to the back of this and let it shine through. And that is going to make my card. So I'm only going to cut a piece of this. Oh, I cut that 2 1/2. Okay, I cut it oversized because now I can play with it to make sure it goes where I want it to go. Looks the way I want it to look. There. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue this onto the back. And to do that, I'm going to glue around the circle and over here at the edges. Then I'm going to put that down. Then I'm just going to add more glue to everything and glue the whole thing down to the front. I picked the Fresh Freesia and Berry Burst because I wanted to use this particular paper, and I just took a piece of this paper and grabbed a couple colors out of it. And so right there is the Fresh Freesia, and there's Berry Burst. I just thought they would look good, and they do. Yeah, I bet you're excited. You seem like you are, and I bet she's really excited, huh? Are you going to be babysitting a lot? You know, when I had my son, my mother said to me, I raised my kids. I hope you don't expect me to raise yours. I was like, well, no, not really, but I mean, babysitting occasionally would be kind of cool. Oh, she just wanted to make sure she laid down the law, and I understood that she was not going to be a built-in babysitter. Okay, so this card, let's see, this card, I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking that this one can be another one that could be a sympathy card, or it could be a birthday card, or it could be a get well card. It could be anything. So let's see. What do we want to make this? Let's make. Oh, look at that. Yes. We can put that piece. We could make this into a thank you card. Let's do that. Oh, the buried burst is really buried under my here. It is. Okay, now I'm trying something here, and I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, it is. I don't like it. Okay. Experiment failed. Try another one. So I need another piece of fresh freesia. Here we go again. Dinging for fresh freesia. Found it. This piece is textured too, which means I can't stamp on it. There. Okay, this is a new punch. It is, I forget what it's called, and I didn't put the label on it. That was not good, but it's in the winter catalog. You know what? I don't like that lettering. I really like this script better. So I think I'm going to go with, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to use the go-to greetings. Thank you. There it is. That will fit. Oh, yeah, that looks so much better. Perfect. Put that on dimensionals. Heck no, you're not going to babysit. Oh, Arlie will. Yeah, I bet when that child is here, you're going to be all over it. Are you at home now or are you on the road? Okay, there. And then I had there it is, a branch. Now I'm going to put this kind of, I want to, I want part of it on there and I want part of it up there. So or maybe it would be better just, yeah, it's better like that. Okay. Okay, and because sometimes these ones like that, they don't want to stay down. So I'm gonna set that wait on it for a few minutes. And I'm not sure what I'm putting on the inside. Actually, I'm gonna stick a piece of this paper on the inside too. Yep. Because I like to leave thank you cards blank because I like to write notes in them. So I'm going to do about 3/4 of an inch here by 4 because that's what that paper is. And I'm just going to glue it to the bottom of this paper. Like so. And then put that in the inside. And if I could find that punch. Well, I guess I'm going to have to use the sprig. Oh, there it is. It's right next to it. Hi. Right next to the sprig is the bow. That's what it's called, the bow punch. And that's what I was looking for earlier. Just jazz that up a little bit. There. Again, it needs a little weight. And we'll put a couple of sequins on that. And thinking I might use gold for that. Or, wait. Okay, I have other sequins that have a pretty blue or a pretty pink. And they're not in my box of sequins, so I guess we're going to use the gold. Just a minute ago I used them. Okay, guys, I don't know. I give up. I don't know where they got to. I have too much junk here that I need to get cleaned up. Which is how I keep losing things. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with these gold ones, which are going to just look fine. You're mostly at home, Barb. Yeah, I've been hearing these bad things about illnesses going around, something terrible again. And of course, with my husband having his issues, we have been spending some time in doctors' offices and hospitals, and I'm seeing more and more people wearing masks again. So I think we're heading back to that pretty hot and heavy and pretty quick lately. So I guess we'll see. Okay, there's that one. And I did not write anything on the inside of that. Oh, look what I did. I glued the paper one to the wrong card. Well, I guess that's okay. I can fix that easy enough. That looks crooked. I don't think it is, but it looks like it is, so I don't like that. Okay, anyway, that's the card. I'm not going to plague everybody by sitting here watching me agonize over whether or not that's crooked. So here we are. We got 3 very easy cards today, all with the gorgeously made paper. And that does not, yeah, it does. Last minute change here. Okay. There we go. 3 cards today. Put this one over here because it looks so much like that one. So basically, this was like the super simple card for beginners or for in a hurry card, right? This is just super easy, super quick. Then this one takes that one up just a little bit. It kicks things up. It adds some stuff to it, and it has your little separations, and I like that. I think that's neat. It almost looks like they're like you're looking at them through a fence, looking at the flowers through a fence, and I really think that's kind of fun. And then that's a get well card, and then the thank you card, totally different, but again totally easy. So these are nice cards that you can do real quick at home when you're in a hurry to get a card put together, and any occasion works. Thank you, Connie. Thanks again for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next week, if not before. Have a lovely evening and a great weekend. Bye bye.